In this video, I want to talk about why we sometimes talk to our clients about putting their homestead, among other assets, inside an irrevocable Medicaid asset protection trust and when that makes sense. And a lot of people question that. They go, well, doesn't the homestead not count as an asset anyway when determining whether someone is or is not eligible for Medicaid? And the answer is, generally speaking, that is true. In 2025, when this video is being filmed, if the home has less than $730,000 in equity, it will not be counted as an asset. And in fact, if there's a married couple or a dependent disabled child living in the home, then there's unlimited equity. So you can have if you're a married couple, you can have a home worth $2 million, and that won't count against you when determining whether the applicant is or is not eligible for Medicaid. We have to worry about other assets. The reason why we still might be concerned is, first of all, if we have a married couple and one passes away, now that unlimited equity exclusion goes away and we're back to our $730,000 number. But even beyond that, let's say we have a house worth $500,000 and it will never, not in the next 20 years will it increase to be over the equity limit. We still might be worried about it in the sense that, what if someone needs to leave the home and either go into a nursing facility or go into an assisted living facility, or they want to move into a smaller condo that's just a little bit easier to manage? Well, what happens is if the home is in a Medicaid event or eventual Medicaid applicant's personal name and they sell it, they're now taking a protected excluded asset and they're turning it into cash, which is very much a countable asset and goes into whether or not you are or are not eligible for Medicaid, and it counts against your $2,000 asset limit. If the home is already in an irrevocable trust, well, yes, we are waiting 5 years in an irrevocable trust. What's nice is within that 5-year period, the homes can be bought or sold within the irrevocable trust, right? Once you move an asset into an irrevocable trust, it's invisible as far as Medicaid is concerned after 5 years. And whether there are transactions within that trust, right? Let's say you move the home, it's worth $1 million in year 1, and then you sell it in year 2 and you go buy a new place. Well, the irrevocable trust can buy a new home for you to live in. And now the money that is net of the sale, of the purchase and sale, you can now have invested, and that money still doesn't count against you when determining whether you are or are not eligible for Medicaid. Again, you still have that 5-year look-back period, but within the trust, you can buy and sell as much as you want. It doesn't restart the look-back period. So it can provide a lot of flexibility for people who need to transition to a lower value home, a smaller home, downsizing, or if they want to go into a facility of some kind and now they don't want to be responsible, or they don't want their family to be responsible for paying the ongoing maintenance expenses, or they don't want to have to rent the house out and things like that to pay for the upkeep and maybe make a little money, because the Medicaid applicant needs their money to pay for additional services, because Medicaid pays for a lot but doesn't pay for everything, and they're not going to unlikely to have excess money to cover the electric bill and the maintenance and the property taxes and things like that. But if it's in an irrevocable trust, it's protected. And the irrevocable trust is not going to result in a reassessment of the home if it's structured properly. In the irrevocable trust, my client can still obtain their homestead benefits, their tax benefits, and it will avoid probate. So a little bit, if you have the time to plan, meaning if you don't need Medicaid in the next 5 years, putting your home into an irrevocable trust can be a really nice thing to do, because it provides great solid estate planning. And then now you have the flexibility to buy and sell that, sell the home, buy something else, sell the home, have the money invested, whatever the case is. So it can make a lot of sense, not for everybody, but in the right setting. If you're anywhere in the state of Florida, please give us a call. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it. Help me get good information out to Floridians everywhere. Thank you for watching.